to do, and that's, for me, that's when NAVI could have been a little bit more dynamic. They actually tried a few more set pieces towards the B side. That worked out for them as well, but I'd like to see them more focused on the A side, something a bit faster, just to kind of discombobulate NAVI a little bit and keep them confused. But we'll go into the second half. It's been 9-6, and NAVI on the T side, of course, they've got the 4 sets of armor, Guardian with the smoke and flashback, and it's a pretty standard affair for NAVI, 4 sets of armor for them, and the kit and the HE on Freiburg. So looking like though NAVI want to go fast towards A. All 5 players the Forest has spotted them.
That's going to put an awkward position into Forrest as he falls back, but just crossfire set up. Freiburg finds one, and guess what? All the anger goes to the right. Still on the left. Doesn't find it. Has to be a little bit closer to see. Doesn't hit a headshot. Tried with the first. Back to the single. It exists to get closer. Just his distraction. If it does in the end, it doesn't matter. It was enough. Not only that, flank coming around. It was a well-played pistol round from NIP.
That's very clever, actually. Did you see how that already panned out? But then we can see Forrest, he was spotting from danger towards middle. He wanted to be the bait. He wanted them to go, wow, there's going to be one player here, but probably 4 towards B. He'll be there towards danger by himself. Let's rush up middle and isolate him. Really nice setup from NIP. He saw that nice little crossfire between Get Right and Freiburg. That was Freiburg stepping out. He didn't even need the crossfire. He had 2 headshots, locked it down. Forrest comes in with the final couple of kills. Lovely, lovely stuff there. It's going to be NIP taking things to double digits, winning the pistol. And it is a force by, of course, from NAVI. If you don't get the bomb down, you don't get the extra $800, you don't have the opportunity to get AKs in the third. So pistols here, Tech 9, speed of 50, a couple of flashbangs. It's going to be difficult to get any map control.
Guardian takes back Forrest, 1-for-1 trade, but still something to work with potentially for NAVI. More importantly, picking up the weapon. They'll give that to Edward. So Famas in his hands. A smoke as well, just one to work with for this terrorist side as Get Right goes back out to try and figure out exactly where they've gone, NAVI. If they've left the A side altogether, or if they're still hiding. He needs to be careful because he gets caught out. Very aggressive, no trade potential for Freiburg. He's tagged up as well. Another gun to be picked up, a UMP to work with. And Freiburg on 18, they've lost another man in the heavy. It's Exist that goes down. It's another eco situation. Pit has to clutch this back, 1 versus 2. As he does get the first kill into Flamey. It's just Guardian and Edward left in his way, but bombs been planted. Guardian behind the pillar at the top of the half wall, top of the ramp. Gets the first damage into Pit, down to 39. Does have a kid to work with, so he'll buy himself some space. Smoke's going to allow Edward to get back over towards Stables. They can play a 2-man setup and peek together. Not quite. Does take Guardian in the end, but 3 HP. Into the USP, and he can't get it done. Edward re-peeks it out. And NIP again a little bit careless in their positioning.
Yeah, once again, that's our second round thrown away. They're taking the fight towards the terrorists. They're challenging. Get Right, there's no real reason for him to be pushing him by himself towards long A. He's got no intel there. He's trying to get the backstabs in and trying to finish the round before it really gets towards the bomb sites. For me, that was a bit of a misplay. We saw this a lot at the previous tournament, at ECS especially. That's when Get Right was finding himself in positions where potentially gets a little bit too confident for playing with his teammates. He's just trying to make things happen by himself. And if he gets caught and there's no repack coming in there, that gives a huge advantage. Your gun gets given away, and at that point, you're giving NAVI a window. And now they've taken it. It's going to be round number 18 here. They've got the AKs and the SMGs. NIP not forcing into this one, but they have got upgraded pistols. This is going to be the anti-eco from NAVI. This is what I expected from NIP in that second round we saw in the first half. You know you're up against full eco, use your flashbangs, use the Molotov, go together, and it's basically angles to push the CTs back. Nothing has to do, even if you see one, don't chase him around and not check corners. That was
in every off angle possible out toward long A. Just take the chance that no one's going to be there to surprise you with the pistols. And easily take down all 5 of the NIP players. 5 stay alive as well, so they can build up their economy. Guardian 2 kills on an AK. NIP not left with much cash here. Could try and buy out some pistols, level their money. But Guardian is building toward his AWP. We'll see if they try and save for that reason alone.
I think, yeah, NIP need the utility in the first round. We speculated before, it's Pits, could be all be on the CT side here. I'm not sure they'll do that in the first round. I think they'll probably just stick in the crossfire, use the 5 rifles, and bring the AWP out when they need it. Right now, full eco. You see USPs, P2000, 1 flashbang. I suggest that let's go to, well, long A right now, holding a little crossfire. As soon as they get some sort of confrontation, use that flash and try and run the corner together.
Seized directly into the site with Mac 10. Only one in B, probing it, calling that it's clear. But Exist is actually behind him in the smoke. Takes the shot. Now that's interesting because Seized, or rather, excuse me, if Exist had let Seized go on the walking back toward him with the bomb. Yes, it's a 1-on-4. Not likely he's going to do much, but he could have at least taken a few players down, tried to surprise them slightly. Goes for the backstab on Seized. Doesn't work out.
The fact he's walking, he thinks, I've got a chance. If I double dink him, that's a kill. But at that range, the USP, it's very difficult even in that situation. He does considerable damage, taking on the 17, but that's not enough. The signal has been given that is the B side open, so that'll stack NIP had towards A. That's redundant now. They haven't really got anything to work with, nothing to say. So they might as well go for it, see if they can pick up a gun. But Edward,
it's one, but only one. Get right, pulls that back. So an AK to be grabbed right now for NIP. You mentioned the utility needed in the first round. Well, this will help because that's a considerable amount of money they won't have to spend on an M4.
Indeed. So that's his objective right now. And Forrest, if he can pick up a weapon as well, that's great. So he manages to get more as well. He takes down Zeus, so 2-on-2. But at this point, the other two are pretty far removed from this situation, so they will be saving his weapons. We have got Seized, actually. He's coming in from the tower. This could be deadly.
Could be deadly, but only has a Mac 10 if he's dead, so he needs to make these shots perfect. Does take Forrest considerable HP. Sprays away, Mac 10 kill.
Okay.
I'll take it. Smart, actually, considering he needs to get another bid. 7 HP, just spraying to hold that off. Needs to be careful not to back up too far and let Seized spot him, but he does manage to save at least one gun.
So obviously the Mac 10 is viable at that range and you have unarmored opponents. So it's not like the correct decision in the world to go for that one, so that was fine. It's going to be 10-9 now, and we do have a full buy. Interesting though, they have gone for the AWP on the first round. It's going to be Pit wielding their weapon. Did save the AK-47. I said utility. Very important this map. It definitely helps boost the economy for NIP going forward. You can see Getaway has residual cash. There's almost $3,000 left over. Seized, bit of a bonus coming in. Guardian has got the onshore, but Seized wants to be getting these situations first. Nice and fast towards middle. We jump on him. We'll see what he's about to do. Probably push through the smoke with the Mac 10. 4 men towards B for NIP, but this is an A play from NAVI.
10-9. NAVI within one. Of NIP.
This is reconnaissance play right now. Send him in first. If he drops, it's fine. If you back him up and get the refrag in. A little bit of miscommunication there, but it's fine. They have got control of middle now, taking the vision away from the CTs with that smoke.
Freiburg's going to try and take advantage of the smoke as well to get down lower on the left side. Seized. For NIP, but a good trade. Manages to get the first kill. They follow it up, and it's 3 kills. That NIP have grabbed as Edward takes exist. It's down to Pit. That AWP, well, never mind. It's going to run away and try and be saved. And they aren't planting the bomb just yet either. Navi's going to try and hunt this down.
Yeah, Navi just overwhelming them towards middle there. You see NIP set up in the little crossfire, but like I said, Seized just needs one flashbang. He can jump through semi-blind and it'd be a complete nuisance with that Mac 10. If he finds one kill, that's such a huge benefit to him. He gets $600. He's made a 1-for-1 exchange, and now Pitt, he's trying to save Edward will find them. That's big. It equals things up at 10-10. And it's going to be NIP on a full eco here for sure. They can probably get some upgraded pistols, but this is when NAVI get really deadly now. Before NIP won that pistol, getting that 3-0, they'll be in touching distance at that point, but now it gets a bit scary. We know how strong NAVI are on this side. It's not just necessarily Guardian. He's actually pretty quiet on the T side traditionally. It's his teammates. Seized, Zeus especially. Flamey chimes in as well. But those are the headline acts on the T side. Well then, here it is. Full eco pretty much, upgraded pistols, flashbang, smoke. We'll see if they do any sort of stack, maybe boost up towards drop down, see if you can find that first kill.
Exist. Freiburg, Forrest, Pit. All on B.
Yeah, you can see it's a very similar setup as well. Seized, although he lost to Mac 10 last round, he's more than happy to purchase it again this time. $1,200, gets $600 a kill. Players as well, so pretty simple situation here. They do find the first couple of kills, and now it's going to be 3 players remaining for NIP.
And Seized just waiting to see if a boost comes up so we can start to farm back that cash. They have lost one man. Flamey's gone down, but they've found 2 of their own with Freiburg and Exist falling on the NIP side. It's Zeus with bomb. Still a lot of pressure on this B side from NIP, and no consideration so far, though there is a minute to work with for NAVI, but no consideration so far toward the A site. And they are still going out toward B Black. Spotted by Zeus. He goes to the AK to try and catch out Forrest. From Guardian finds the other 2 remaining, but an AK dropped. Not grabbable for Forrest. It stays up on top of the ledge.
Yeah, not really much he can do here. They know exactly where he is. He hasn't managed to pick up that AK-47, so rotates down towards middle. I guess he go towards the B halls and try and surprise him, have that sort of element going in his favour, but at this point, obviously, it's going to be pretty hard for him to do anything with this. As well, takes him down, there it is. And NAVI, they now take the advantage as well. So those both half now, they lose the pistol, but they fall back in that second round. That's such a huge storyline here. NIP need to work work in these rounds, these second round buys. They were very sloppy in them. They gave too much away. Get right, overextending. Like I said, we saw that a lot of ECS. He had a great first half, but if they end up losing this game because of those kind of mistakes, he won't be happy with his performance. Well then, lots of money available for NAVI. Interesting enough, they didn't actually go for the double orb setup or even a single orb setup. Like I said, I think it's more beneficial for a team like this. They haven't got that superstar orb. Forest can orb, but he can do it to a good level. I think he's so good at the rifles. Get the crossfire set up. Let's hold him off in the more traditional center.
And Guardian's going to get boosted out toward B. Common boost spot. More so lately as well because of those stairwells. You can see exactly what Guardian's trying to spot. Got flames coming in. That's actually quite clever.
Like napalm coming in. That's pretty cool. So, like you said, that's very standard boots right now. So the CTs obviously have been doing their homework and how they can counter that and stop that being a possibility. That's pretty cool. And it will not matter too much here. That's the big problem is with CNRP's utility. There's 1 minute 15 remaining. They've got 3 flashbangs. They've got nothing else. So that's expended almost everything they had.
Nifty, though, I will say, something that we could potentially see from teams in the future. Good shot from Pitt, takes that Edward. That was the first. They're going to follow that up. The second man in, he gets the trade. That's his job. He's taking that by Get Right in the end. Back and forth round, though, as Zeus is going to find it. We sit back and wait for the next kill. It's Freiburg to find it. Going back once more. We stay dead even. 2 versus 2. No bomb toward the site just yet, but a late smoke will allow the cross. And Guardian's going to get toward the chicken as well to try and find the onto Pitt. Rather, excuse me, Freiburg. The bomb goes down before that. So a one-on-one. Forrest knows where Guardian is, or at least did. The noise will give it as he picks up the bomb. He just needs to play this out, try and find the angle. Smoke's dissipated. Thankfully, he's in behind the rock in its entirety, so he's not exposed to Guardian. And does he try and tap out the plant? Potentially bait him out. No, he holds it, and he holds it at a very odd angle because Forrest is easily able to spot him.
He's assuming he's kind of rotated around. Maybe he's going towards drop down through the window at that point. Forrest did give his position away, but it's quite standard at that point. You think, well, they know exactly where I am now. I'll move around. Guardian kind of banking on that. Very disciplined and patient play there from Forrest. Hiding behind the rock, didn't give anything away. Waiting for the plant to come in. He's got a huge advantage in that sense. It's the terrorist that has to make the next move. You know he has an AWP as well, so he can't really come lurking and looking for you. We tie things up by 11-11. Problem is, NAVI did go down to just 1 player remaining. So if they do lose this round, that potentially means another double eco coming in. There's still tons of money available for NAVI here. Hard beat play coming in. They don't find goals there. Unfortunately not to win the 1 versus 1. You can see NAVI famous max up in this round.
11-11. Oh, as NAVI pulled that back. Make a wish. Henry, I won't ask you what to do because you always give me some other bogus response. He refused to be wishes, but Pitt he'll take down Edward. Right as well. Shooting ducks. It's Duck Hunt all over again. Welcome back to Nintendo. As Seized is going to get flashed up. 30 HP to work with. Bomb down in front of him. Has to commit to this. Secondary flash. There will be. Exactly where he is. They'll play this out. Start to build up. That is the goal. Remember, because it was 5 rounds to the one that NIP just got. Now it's 2. A good job done. They've started to build up their bank already.
Yeah, absolutely. $900 per kill with Get Right as well. That's absolutely perfect. We talk about this gun being very situational. It's definitely very well used on Cobble, especially towards this broken wall area and other new steps as well. If you can time it well, like Get Right just did to perfection, that's amazing. They were struggling that round. It would have been a full reset, like I said. So that's huge for NAVI to win that. They take back the lead as well. They haven't broken NAVI just yet. They take 1 more round to do that, but definitely a step in the right direction. They now have got a stronger buy coming forward. 4 rifles, hit back from the AWP. It's just going to be playing towards the back of the B side for now. He's more the turret style player. He's not going to be the flashy player trying to go for those first picks. He's just good at hitting those standard shots, and that's all you need in these sort of situations.
So they are setting for an A strat again. Molotov's looking likely to drop toward the hayloft. Guardian checking it with AWP instead. Why not? Give full faith to Guardian. He's proved it time and time again. Boost up as well to find the off angle. Peek out toward that right side, and Forrest is there, so good anticipation, but will they consider it late? Not to mention as well, he needs to pull the aggro. Forrest. He's burned alive. He's forced out with a Molotov. Smartly gets 1 kill before going down. Spotted Freiburg, though. His escape plan, well, a Molotov of his own and down through danger. Interestingly enough, Flamey's already gone by. But Flamey's aware of it, gets the call from his team, relayed information, turns back and finds the kill. As he Molotovs off toward vents, that'll cover off part of the stairwells as well as it goes through. This is even more clever. Oh, the third almost. time taking Edward. That gives Flamey a second, but Exist is there to trade it. And C's now left in a 1 versus 2. Good position, though. Pith has no idea he's here. He's still considering shooting through the doorway for the cross, but C's, he's already made it in. So this could pay off, but he's not confident fully in trying to peek out. 25 seconds, has the bomb. This could be in the rotation onto B. He's going to run it right away, and it's going to be Exist that has to hunt him down. No kit, but he could pick one up on the way through. As his teammate who just perished did have one, and in fact, he's going to try to be clever about this and go for a full flank. That's going to eat up a lot of time. He did pick up a kit, but it's going to eat up a lot of time just getting there.
The problem is now he goes into that bomb site with no information whatsoever. He can't see any rotations. C's could be absolutely anywhere at this stage. Luckily for him, though, he's actually banking on the fact that Exist is coming from that connector or drop-down zone, so he hasn't got himself in a really advantageous position. He's waiting here as Exist comes towards the upper platform, but you can see C's kind of sensing that now. Yeah.
C's is waiting for it. Exactly that. Timing is everything. Exist making a ton of noise. He had to go out there. He didn't leave himself any options, and it's too easy for C's. They'll pull this back immediately. 12-12. We stayed dead even. Remember, winner of this best of 1, straight back through to legendary status. Both these teams achieved that in the last major. NAVI in the final. NIP in the quarters with Threat playing, oddly enough, in that event.
That is true. That was a strange event, wasn't it, for them? But they still managed to get the legendary status. Let's see what they can do this round. 12-12, like you said. That's a very intelligent round from C's. Like you said, great positioning. Got himself in towards that vent room. And once he had that position, you can see Pip. Oh, it's such a difficult position to hold. He's holding over the orb. He's got 2 positions to hold. He's not really anticipating that the balcony going room could be a sort of possibility there. They're now onto Eco, like a $1,900 next round, so they can squeeze out a bar just about. Get-Right did such great work in that previous round as well. That nice little tight corner, found 2. Almost got 3, like he said, but it wasn't quite enough to win the round. Round number 25 is going the distance here. But it will be NAVI taking the advantage for sure here. But as we can see, NIP don't really have much to work with. P50s and 3 default pistols as well. No grenades. It's just a matter of time. NAVI playing this quite smart as well. Getting out towards long 8. Gavin and the kill picked up as well. That's Freiburg going down on the A side, completely open.
Effort should be pretty straightforward to close it out. C's will get all the information. Guns, he's going to make that problematic. Smartly keeps his angle open. Display cabinet there. Can't quite get around the corner comfortably, but does get sent. No guns grabbed. All 5 stay alive. NIP. Into Eco, or rather their Eco, not achieving much at all. Well, now they'll buy it again. Question is, and they don't have it. They don't have an AWP. They can't afford it.
Yeah, definitely not. You can see they're struggling. No kits. Well, Get-Right does get one. He's going for the Max 7 here. He's trying to boost up utility a little bit more, but he's got the kit. Like I said, the Max 7, a disadvantage on most maps, but as long as you're smart and you can choose your positioning well, it can be very viable on Cologne indeed. Freiburg struggling a little bit more. He's got the FAMAS, but this is a big chance for NAVI to run away with this one. The loss bonus hasn't really accumulated for NIP just yet. They get $2,400 next round and be almost certainly an Eco if they lose this one. They'll be so close to match point at that stage. So something creative I think needs to come out here. I can see players gathering towards drop-down rim. Left forward find himself towards A. This one's more the default. Starts once again from NAVI.
He's anticipating a counter boost at drop. Just going to fire into the smoke. Make sure anyone who dares show their head gets it torn off. Whack-a-mole style. We got duck hunt. Now we got whack-a-mole. But we're going classic.
Yeah. It's my sort of style. Well, you can see NAVI now. They have got control towards long A at the moment. Zeus and Edward being very patient indeed. They know NIP have had presence here before. There's crossfires between Forest and Freiburg, but not getting anything for this because they will be orbiting back towards B, not leaving a lurk potential either. So Forest, he's watching danger, trying to get something out of this situation, but has to face towards middle. This could be perfect, you know. He could get his 1 kill, but Zeus rips his head off. Lovely stuff from him.
Good entry. So far, Exist forced back. Flamey has to drop. Freiburg's going to try and make a play here to catch Zeus off late, but he finds him with the AK instead. So there's no chance for a flank potential, and in fact, alone, knowing that Forrest is pushed so far forward, having drop controlled, he's looking for information. They know NIP's in B. Bomb goes back over to A, and it's Pith left in another 1-on-5 situation.
That's pretty much the headline of this one. Nothing to work with there. They're up against the roast of the buy regardless. They have no grenades. Forrest not getting anything towards long A. He has no idea if they're near that position. Pause comes in now, but at this point, what's the pause going to amount to? One more round will be match point for NAVI. The money, like I said, $2,400 coming into this round. So do they go all in, but they go for the force buy, or they try and play for overtime now.
And Navi knows the money situation. We heard the cheer at the end of that round. That's the loudest cheer we've heard from them yet. I'm not sure if it was conveyed through the stream or not, but they obviously understand how important that is, just to get a chance to go on to 15 with relative ease against very little weaponry. So a late timeout from NIP. You talked about it before, how Navi tends to get a little emotional in their timeouts. NIP, I imagine, in this case, would be listening more to Thread.
Yeah, he's a very cerebral mind. He's not going to let the emotional the stuff that's going on in game affect his decisions right now. He knows what they need to do. I'd say, I was about to say, I thought they may go for overtime. It looks like they will be forcing into this one. An interesting decision. Freiburg, he's got the FAMAS. The import comes in. Throw will be making the call right now. He'll be trying to come up with something, try and work out what the next move is. Do we go for this force buy? Do we do a full stack? Do we go for a push?
I'm just noticing, though, that as Freiburg bought that, he made a gesture with his hand.
So what?
Yeah, did we just had a reset on the round.
We did. So
what I was going to say is Freiburg made a gesture with his hand and said something along what looked like with body language is like, oh, whoops, I bought. And no one else did. So that might have been a mistake. And then the round got reset. I'm curious as to what the reset was called for, because if that's a mistake by on his part...
That's not really cricket, is it? You buy up and then you say, oh, no, misfire, I need to reset the round. Maybe
well, that's why I'm wondering if the reset was already called before that. Because that's super interesting to me. And no one else bought, and everyone kind of looked at Freiburg when he did.
Yeah, I don't think you can call for a round restart because you misbought. I don't think that's a thing.
That's not a thing. Absolutely not on.
So he definitely bought the FAMAS. I don't think you guys saw on your screen, but if that's the reason he called it, that's a little bit shady, but there could be other reasons. We have no idea. We're just speculating right now.
Well, that's the one thing I will say is maybe the technical issue already existed and the round reset was already called from the admins. It definitely was a technical call from NIP to start the timeout, but maybe there was something else spotted. Could have been just an EBOT reset to make sure if we go into overtime, if that happens, that everything's tickety-boo and there won't be any issues. We know he's sometimes a little bit temperamental.
Yeah, that's for sure. Well, we said it before, that money situation is in tatters. It's a very difficult decision right now. I'd say take all the time you can. Let's discuss how we go forward in this situation. Options are right now, Matt, you go for SMGs, a couple of FAMASes, maybe a shotgun, and you need to be going for that first, but you can't allow an NAVI to fully execute on the site. You just won't win. It won't happen. Someone needs to step up there. Maybe, I was about to say, maybe a scout or something like that. That's pretty much, if you want to get a first pick towards middle, hope for Forest lands some sort of sick headshot, but I'd say flashes towards middle, try and be a little bit more stacked towards the A side. NAVI happy going for that default to start. Work A at the start of the round, get control, then fall back towards B. It's pretty standard for a T side in the top echelons of the scene. But for me, I'd say it might be more beneficial to go for the overtime at this point. If you do go all in, it's very unlikely you're going to win that round. Let's get the guns up next round. We get maximum loss, 4-stage loss benefits next round. So $2,900 on top of what they have right now. That'll be a nice full buy, and it's to win 3 gun rounds. That's definitely possible. Going all in at this point, Deagles, FAMASes and stuff, very unlikely they're going to win the round. So it's definitely a tough call, but I'd probably go for overtime at this point.
I think that's going to be the call based on what we've seen. So freeze time's been cancelled. We're getting back underway. Navi, full arsenal of weapons, nades, the whole like. They've got an AWP and Guardian. And it is going to be NIP. Well, interestingly enough, they still force into this. Okay. They go pistols with utility, so it's not going to be the FAMAS bought out, but instead it's all pistols, all utility, a scout on pit. They're down to 3 digits on most players. In fact, 0 left over for Get Right. They're going all in on pistols.
Well, they get $2,900 next round. If they don't win this one, they are absolutely done for. So this is it now. All in, 4 pistols, a scout, and scout does have options on B, especially towards the B site. You can jump over that fountain area. You can see if there's kills available towards the upper platform. But once again, it's that A take, like I said before. It's NAVI working this default, sticking together, the bombs down, hunting for information right now, seeing if they can just work out, engage the buy, NIP are presenting towards them.
Down for Scott. The open does get one, but Guardian finds him back with the AWP. A man advantage for NAVI. To the playoffs, it becomes easier still as C's will find Get Right. Exit falls. Fast Alive does manage one with the scoot. As I go full Canadian, I have to do it at least once. At least. I'm just going to try and actually get a little bit clever here. Try and rotate back around. Smoke out in front of him won't allow easy access. Flamey's very low. And speaking of Flamey, there They're a little bit hot right now on Pitt's feet. He's got to go back over to the balcony. Noise that way. Flaming holds angle down to 13. And I'm just going to save the scout. Why not? It's all he really can do. I know it's not much, but it's going to be map point for NAVI and no money for NIP.
Yeah, pretty much last chance saloon there from a pit. He was hoping he could do some sort of sick play at the scout, maybe find a kill, upgrade a weapon, something to work if going to the next round. Like I said, they've got no money right now. They get $2,900 going into the next. That means more of the same. They get upgraded pistols, maybe they get some pharmacies, but there's not really much to work with. So that was the moment for them right there. They wanted to go all in, see the pistols. Did not work out at all. They get a couple of kills, but in the grand scheme of things, NAVI got so much money going forward into the last round here. 15-12, and the buy comes in. It's going to be the scout that was saved, and M4 dropped over, so that does kind of help, believe it or not. Him just saving that one weapon, it boosts their chances somewhat. Here comes the final buy. M4, CZ, UMP, Forest yet to buy. Pick on the scout, another UMP. It's looking pretty bleak.
Looks very, very bleak. And all credit where credit is due. It has been a back and forth games, but a couple underlying factors. We'll touch on them. I'm sure the desk will as well. As we head into what could be the end of it, NAVI a chance to go straight through to the quarterfinals. And NIP will have to play off against the winner of either Flipside or Optic, which comes up next in the decider match, a best of 3 tomorrow. Boost way back toward the wall of drop room just to see if anyone's going to boost up from the CT side, but right now Edward probing on it long again, just looking for information. Is NAVI boost up from Freiburg, but no one to steal the aggro away at long corner. It's Freiburg instead, or excuse me, Forrest instead. It is down in that danger position. Edward, I think he would have just spotted up the first player in Freiburg and actually nailed the shot when he does so. It's Zeus flaming in a drop by Michael. And we'll soon surely wave goodbye to Pith and Exist as well. And to catch them off, Flamey finds him. Exist 1 versus 5. And I dare say this game no longer to exist, because 16-12, Flamey will close it. And NAVI, well, they're legends once more. NIP, a little bit more work to do. Back and forth. Now, I said there was a few underlying factors. 6 rounds for NAVI. That's 1 more than their average on the CT side. We knew their T side was going to be good, but nice. NIP win pistols and lose the eco. That is massive.
That's what lost in this game. So many key errors in those rounds. Those are big rounds to win. And it's not like NAVI did anything crazy sick against them. They didn't really read what they're doing. It was overextension, not taking areas properly, and that's what's costing those big rounds and ultimately lost in this game. Get right. Great in the first half. Fantastic at that point. He was getting full control, but it was NAVI that adjusted right in the nick of time, I have to say. They got themselves their 6 rounds in the CT half. It was enough. That's all they needed. And even losing both pistols, they always fight